It's been an amazing 2 weeks. Hey y'all, it's Lauren, aka Els, and welcome back to another episode of Undeniable Truth Podcast. I want to thank everyone that has been tuning in, listening to the trailer, the Q&A, and of course, the first full episode of What is a Friend? That episode received so much positive feedback that I was speechless. Let me tell you, I got back feedback from friends of friends, family of friends, strangers, people that I worked with, and it has been nothing but a blessing. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear future episodes. So let's get into it for tonight. And for those that don't know, I actually record a lot of the episodes when I'm by myself at night. That is where I find my peace. That is where I'm able to be creative and come up with future ideas. And tonight, I wanted to get into motivation and really talk about what motivates me, how I'm motivated on a regular basis, and what trials and tribulations I'm going through, but ways of just trying to get out of it. So this episode is called Motivational Movement. I know, deep, right? So for the last 2 months, I've kind of been going through a rough patch. For those who don't know, I am in a long distance relationship, which is very new for me. And I can tell you this, it was hard in the beginning when it started. But it got a lot easier because we chose communication. And when I mean we chose communication, we had a long talk and realized that we mean a lot to each other. And the only way we're going to work this out is continuing to communicate through that phone, FaceTime, text message. It does not matter until we're able to see each other in person, and it has helped. And my second rough patch is I'm going through a little bit of things at work. Now, let me tell you, you're never going to find a job that's perfect, just like you're never going to find a man or a woman in a relationship that is perfect. But, honey, one thing I could tell people is, if you're not happy, move on. Find your way out. For me, I like to work through my problems, so I'm working through what I can. And for my third little rough patch, everyone knows I am raising a beautiful 3-year-old boy. But honey, raising a kid is not for the weak. I have to say that. And I'm not saying I'm weak. I'm just saying, damn, I'm getting old as hell. And I'm getting tired. But I love him. And sometimes we have little struggles, but it's worth it in the end. But in saying that, I had spoken to friends because she knew how much I was going through. And whenever I kept speaking to her, she used to stop me and say, all right, all I'm hearing is negativity. And she told me to stop, breathe. And she told me to just rest my mind. In saying that, it made me realize that I have to go back to the way things used to be for me. So I've had other friends that tell me writing things down help. For me, going to a therapist helps. I'm very open about that. Therapy is a big thing. Most people don't like going to therapists, but for me, it helps. If I'm able to talk about my problems and it's not to my friends and it's to someone else that don't know me as well as my friends, it actually helps a lot because there's no judgment. There's no one to sit here and say, well, you've done this before. No, you've done that. And no. This is a person that doesn't even know me and is learning me and is trying to understand me. It's like a relationship all over again. And talking to my therapist helped. But what really helped was writing down what I want, where I'm going, how I'm going to get there, and manifesting it. My friend Bria, who is a really close friend that we went to hair school together, she was always telling me that you gotta really manifest what you want. I have other friends that tell me that all the time, but no, it was just for some reason coming from her, it was a little bit different. And it's because you never know what that other person is going through. So they're going to tell you something to guide you because of what they went through. And it really helped. So after writing things down, I started saying them out loud. And the more I kept saying it, is the more I believed it. And the more that it was coming true. So now this is my way of working and coasting through life. By saying what I want, writing it down, whatever it may be, speaking it into existence. But not only that, I'm not the type of person to talk about religion or anything like that. But I am learning that praying and leaving things in God's hands is another way for people to understand that if you want certain things in life, you just got to believe. And this is where my motivational movement comes from. Certain people being around you, writing things down, saying it out loud, believing in yourself, and leaving it in God's hands and praying. So I'm hoping that by me saying this tonight, it reaches someone else to help them out in their future, in their, trials and tribulations going down the road. And I'm hoping also that with this little quote I'm going to leave you with, because if you know me, I love a quote. And when I mean I love a quote, I love a quote. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Always remember that. You are not what happened, but you are what you choose to become. And in saying that, I'm going to leave that right here. And I have a treat for you guys the next couple of days. So stay tuned for the next real full episode of Undeniable Truth, Part 2 of Motivational Movement. Good night, y'all.